Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're going to continue talking about dividing decimals by whole numbers. We're going to review where you have to continue to add zeros because we don't want a remainder. Some of them will say, round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So if it keeps going on and on, today on these random problems I made, we'll do that. First one we're going to do is 17 6/10 divided by 5. 17 6/10 divided by 5. Now we are 100% aware that the decimal point moves straight up. And then I don't mess with it anymore. Just leave it alone. Don't mess with it. Just leave it alone. That's what I'm talking about. Polari, does 5 go into 1?
No.
Does 5 go into 17? Yes. So it doesn't go into 1. I know my first digit's going to go in the, what place value is this 7 in? Ones place. Polari, how many times does 5 go into 17? Three times, good. Now we could do the hardest part of division and write down our multiples, but I mean you have a multiplication chart, so we don't have to do that. Polari, what's 3 times 5? 5, 10, 15. Thank you. Then we subtract 2. We get 17, subtract 15, we get 2. Is 2 smaller than 5? Then we're okay. Because remember, when we subtract, we have to get a number smaller than our divisor. Now we bring down 6. Travis, how many times does 5 go into 26? 4 times.
Wait, no, wait, 5.
5 times. And what is 5 times 5? 25. I subtract and I get a 1. I cannot have 3.5 remainder 1. So, Isaac,
You had a 0.
I'm adding a 0 to my dividend. And I could add as many zeros as I want here. Until it stopped. Some never stop. So sometimes it'll say, hey, round to the nearest hundredth or something like that. Then I bring down that 0. And Drea, how many times does 5 go into 10? Twice. 2 times 5 is 10. Now I don't need to add any zeros because when I subtract, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. Let's look at 12 3/10 divided by 4. Now we could, if we wanted to, do the hardest part of division by writing down all the multiples of 4. 4 times 1, 4 times 2. Those are multiples. We'll talk factors in just a second. Decimal point comes straight up. Emma, does 4 go into 1?
No.
Does 4 go into 12?
Yes.
Yes. So my first number is going to be in what place, Emma? The ones place. And how many times does 4 go into 12, Emma? 3 times. And what is 3 times 4, Emma?
12.
And what is 12 subtract 12, Emma?
0.
Is 0 smaller than 4, Emma?
Yes.
Then we're good. Bring down the 3.
See, I don't get how to do it.
Oh, you don't get this part. I have to have a number above the 3, right? How many times does 4 go into 3?
0.
0. None. So I got to put my 0 up there.
Okay.
Then I can add a 0 here.
Oh, right.
And Zane, how many times does 4 go into 30?
7 times.
7 times. And Zane, what is 7 times 4?
It is 28.
28. I subtract, I get a 2. I'm going to add another 0. Which means my next number is going to go into the thousandths place. Let's see. Caitlin, how many times does 4 go into 20? 5 times. And Caitlin, 5 times 4 is? 20. I subtract, I get a 0. Since I have a 0, I don't need to add any more zeros. But you might have gotten, and directions might have said, round to the nearest hundredth. Well, the 7's in the hundredths place. So would that be 3.07 or 3.08? 3.08. It says round to the hundredths, which means you had to take it out to the thousandths at least. All right, let's do one. We'll do a factor because you guys, some of you missed the factors I did in this class yesterday and that I posted on the post. It's cray. So let's do 38.
I'm bad at that.
Let's do the factors of 38. Eli, we start with what? 1 times 38. We know our divisibility rule. So Courtney, 2 times anything equal 38? It's an even number. So we know 2 times something is going to equal 38. Susankia.
2 times 19.
2 times 19. Is 3 times something going to equal 38?
No.
How do we know?
Because if you add up the digits, it doesn't equal multiple of 3.
Good. The sum of the digits is 8, 9, 10, 11. In order for 3 to be a factor of it, or it to be divisible by 3, it has to add up to a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 50. Do I need to keep going? No, I won't. Yes.
How would you list that on the paper? With 1, 38,
I'm gonna, we'll do that part. 4, we know 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 10 is 40. So not 4. 5, it doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. Not 6, not 7, not 8. So it looks like that's probably all of them. If I were to list it on that assignment, like you had, a couple ways I don't mind you doing it. We could do 1, 2, 19, 38, or you could do 1 times 38, 2 times 19. Either way would be fine with me. I don't care. I just need to know that you know how to find the factors of a number. Because as we get into fractions, we need to know how to find factors. And we need to know how to find multiples. And multiples are the most difficult part of division, where you just list the multiples. Fairly easy, I'm just saying. Boom shakalaka. Peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today. Save the bees. Please subscribe. Right, Drea? How many did you do in the PACER test? You did 24. Good job. That's about 24 more than me.